Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the United States. Welcome to my channel, everybody. Pardon my cough. I'm sorry. I guess maybe it's acid reflux. I don't know what it is. Not sure they're ever going to determine. So we're just rolling with it, right? It's kind of bad today. It got better. It's picking up. It's doing its thing, so I'm sorry. But anyways, November 2024's Paper Pumpkin Alternative video number 7. I'm not sure how many I'm going to get out of this kit, guys, but I'm just doing what I can with it. So here we go, because and I did bring a stocking in. I'll show you that in just a second. So, yes, let's show the kit, and then I'll bring the stocking with. I'm going to set this right here on my lap, so hopefully I don't forget it. So the kit was called Filled with Joy. You got 8 stockings and 8 tags. And over here, the QR code that will show you how to put this kit together as it was designed. Over here, it will show you the set of 3 dies that go with October, November, and December's. I am curious to see the fern. The coordinating colors are Flurry Flamingo, Pearl Pottery, Poppy Parade, and Shaded Spruce. A visual of everything in the kit, which was not a whole lot, okay? It just wasn't. But you can work with it, right? And I think they're very 1950s colors. Somebody correct me if I'm not, or somebody agree with me if you think so too. So what are we doing today? Well, let's show you first the set of 3 dies, right? October, November, and December. Then the stamp set. So you got the baubles, the sparkle, these sparkles, sending lots of cheer. I want to say loads of cheer every time. Merry Christmas, filled with joy, to and from Santa, 3 border stamps, and holly jolly. So yay, we got that out of the way, right? Stocking time. This is the last one. Look how cute this is. Little antlers. Yes, this is very much. This goes perfectly. It suits. I don't have to really change the fishing and the hunting stuff and the deer heads on the wall because it goes in my living room so well. So you can see on the back here, I just stitched some trim on the front because you're not going to see the back. Added some ribbon to the top. My daughters love her to pieces, so she ordered on Amazon a burlap tree skirt for me that had a really pretty little ribbon ruffle at the bottom. It's burlap. And then she ordered another smaller one that's black and white check. She's like, okay mom, if we're adding to it, she's like, we're gonna add to it. Which it came today. I'm so excited. But the burlap, when I opened the package, honestly, that's what kind of like bothered my throat here. So that's why when I started coughing. So there it is. There's this last stocking. And I'll take another picture. I got these wee tiny little lights when I was out with my daughter. I should say we. My daughter got them for me. They were at Michael's. Buy one, get one 50% off. And I had like a $5 coupon on Michael's customer thingy, whatever. And so we bought some of those to go on the garland. And we got these wreaths at the thrift store. They're supposed to be light up wreaths. They didn't light up. And they wanted like $6 per one. And I said, oh no, I'm not paying $6 because I don't even know if they'll light up. And then she's like, well, how about $6 for both of them? And I said, I will take them for that. Because they had a little bit of this branch in there and a little bit of berries. Oh no, hold on. That's little Zed. Zed got left outside and it's cold. Zed, get in here. Hold on, everybody. Hey. Sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. I don't want to start over. He didn't want to come in here. He wanted to go. There's not much room in here. He wanted to go in the house. It's dark outside because I was running errands all day. I only got home a little bit ago. So let's show you what we were going to do. So video number 6, I showed you how we made this cute little box. Oh, yes, there's the extra little paper. I don't want to lose that because I might need it. So maybe I should if that comes open again, I'm going to open it all the way and then glue it shut. It's just so cold out here. So this little slider, this is the book treat boxes, right? So you don't have to put that flap on the front. This, of course, I'm thinking for Hank's teacher, and I hope he doesn't mind the color, but I still think it's cute, right? So we can put a gift card in there, some chocolates. Now we're going to make a gift bag to go with it. So what do we have? Well, we have the same ornament. We have some more of that evergreen ribbon. We're going to use that. 2 more of the greenery. Any greenery guys going to do. This is from the Country Christmas Countdown. This is extra. We have the white little lunch bag, basically. So this bag is actually 4 3/4 by 8 7/8. These little measurements, I don't know why, but I measured it and it is closest to 4 3/4 by 8 7/8. That's what I'm going with. So then layer number 1 is 4.5 by 6.5. Why? Well, because this piece is only 6 inches big, because I cut it, it's you know, it was a 6 by 6 inch piece. So this piece here is 4 by 6. It's going to layer up like this. And then I had this little rectangle, which is 3 by 5 of vellum, to mimic, of course, what we did on our little book, right? And then we have 2 of the greenery bits and the bauble. We're going to do a little something different with the ribbon. We're still going to do the same embellishment treatment on the the ornament. So let's get started. Scoot all of that. I want the pen in the book. We're going to keep this. Move that aside. So we are going to glue this. Tap, tap, tap. When I'm done with this, I'm going to do, I have 3 videos I want to get done. So I want to do the little card that I want to do with this. And then I want to do my mail call video because I'm so excited to share with you guys the stuff that I have received. My husband thought he was being funny. He's like, what do you mean mail call? He's like, what kind of videos you doing out there? I said, what are you talking about? He's like, mail call? M-A-L-E? I said, Russell. He was like, I gotta give you a hard time once in a while, babe. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so, bud. So, ribbon time. On the vellum. So, I'm gonna place it because I gotta have a look-see. That's just how, this is how my creative process is, guys. So, we're gonna use some tear tape on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here. And first thing I'm going to do is give myself, hopefully, I'm going to hold it like this because then I usually get a better cut. Like that. I'm going to start here. And I'm going to start going like here. I want to do it folded about 4 times. So there. I might need to use a stamp block or 2 to hold it in place. There's one. Let's do another one over here. 2. That looks really, really good. All right. So now I'm wondering, like, what, oops, see, it moved. Okay, so I got it basically where I want it. So what I want to do here is I'm going to add a little glue dot right there. I need the glue dot tray. I have a whole sheet, thanks to the Country Christmas Countdown. All right, we are going to put a whole glue dot right here. All right. There. I'm just going to get my little like pleats done here on these two, hopefully. And then I can get my all right, so I'm going to put this here. Now I'm going to put some tear tape from here to here. Then I'm probably going to have to pull that up, or the other one. So right about there. And what this is also going to do, it's going to show me when I go to put tear tape on the back of this, I'm going to have a visual of where to do it as well. So from corner to about right there. Bone folder, give it a little rub down. Release the backing. Alrighty. You guys, today when I was out running errands, I met the nicest woman. Her name is Beverly. And guys, she was 90 years old. And I want to say 90 years young. Because she didn't look like she was a day older than 72. Maybe 72. She looked great. And we sat there talking in the store for the longest time. And she had, you know, those things on the side aisles, and they're on these little strips, and they hang up a whole bunch of stuff in a row. And she had accidentally walked by, and that strip of stuff had a whole bunch of these little packages, you know, this big, had all fall down. And she was like, oh no, and she was trying to pick them all up and everything. And I stopped and I said, oh honey, I said, let me get this for you. Let me get this for you. I said, don't bother. And she's like, oh, but there's so many. She's like, I don't know how they all just started coming down off of the side, and I just can't get them back up there. And I said, she's like, you don't even work here. And I said, don't worry about it. I said, I can do this. I said, you don't need to stress over this. And she's like, my hands, she's like, you know, she's like, I'm 90 years old. And I said, oh my gosh, you do not look 90 years old. She's like, I am. And I thought to myself, wow, 90 years old. She wasn't there with anybody, all by herself. She's out running around. So her and I sat there, and I put all of these little things back, and we just got talking and talking. And she lives, I knew exactly where, you know, she lives, her family's here, and she knew. She lost her husband the same year that my mother passed away. And her and her brother lived together. And I told her, oh, you know, that would have been me and my brother if something had been, you know, similar. I, you know, said my brother and I were close. She's like, oh, she's like, my brother gets on my nerves. I said, oh, my brother would get on my nerves too. And oh my gosh, I just had the loveliest time meeting her. It was my sheer joy and pleasure. And she talked about, it was, you know, God puts people in your path And even if I never get the opportunity to see her again, I am extremely grateful that I got to meet such a wonderful, caring woman. Because just weird coincidences, okay? Her husband had a stroke in 1993, the same year my father died. And she was like, you know, her husband was in the military. It just, there were just some weird canny things, you know, and it, you know, she still has her children, and she has all these grandchildren. I tell her, I said, I have one. She's like, oh, I have 9 great grandchildren. She's like, my children are in their 60s. And I was like, you are kidding me. And I just could not get over her. And I said, oh, I said, I hope that I am just as outgoing and as kind and just as independent as you are when I am your age. I said it, and I told her, I said, my daughter, I said, you know, was always her choice on whether or not she had kids, but she would tell me how she wasn't going to have any children. And I didn't expect to be able to be a grandparent at all. I said, but every day I am so grateful that when it came to it, she chose to have, you know, her son. I said, because I absolutely love him. I said, he makes life, you know, there's always something new going on with him. And we just laughed and carried on, and she's like, do you come to Silverdale often? And I said, well, I said, my aunt and I come. I said, and we come to Silverdale at least once a month. I said, now my daughter and I, we come. And I said, she likes to go to Gig Harbor. I can see my placement on this isn't quite where I'd like it. I wonder if I can pull this up and move it. I said, my daughter prefers to go to Gig Harbor because it's just not so hustle and bustle busy. So I said, you know, it just depends. She's like, because I come in here just to sit and talk with you. And I said, oh, hun, I said, you know, it is so, I just, guys, I just can't tell you how wonderful it was to talk to her. And, oh, wait a minute, it gets even better. So her husband was in the Air Force, and they lived at Fairchild Air Force Base. I told her, oh my goodness. I said, my mother lived right across the street from the Air Force Base. She's like, you are kidding me. I said, no. I said, that's where my mother lived. I said, and then I said, my aunt's son died. I said, and I said, you probably, I said, unless you've been there recently, they have a big Walmart in Medical Lake. I said, and we moved her up here after her son died. I said, because there was nobody there to, you know, help her if something went wrong. This is going wrong. Anyways. Okay, we need to concentrate on this. We need this to be bigger. Maybe I just leave it with the 3. It's not really what I wanted, but this will work. I will make this work. So anyways, dear Beverly, yes, I mean, the things were just so, I mean, her husband had a stroke in 1993. My father died in 1993. Her husband passed in 2017. My mother passed in 2017. But she is just living her best life and out and about. She is just, you know, she told me that when her husband had his stroke that she learned to drive their big camper. There, I think my little backing is stuck in here. So if you're wondering what, nope, it's the glue dot. Okay. I was like, you know, and I said, you know, I said, you remind me of things my mother would tell me. And that was, you can do anything you put your mind to it. She's like, you can. She's like, you just have to put your mind to it. She's like, and that's what I did. She's like, you know, my husband was always the one to do things like that. And I told her, I said, I know you can. I said, you just have to put your mind to the task and you can achieve it. And anyways, I just had a lovely time sitting and chatting with her today. Not sitting, we were standing there. And all because she had knocked over these silly things that were on the end, and she was having a hard time putting them away. So kindness, guys, goes such a long ways in this world. And I just can't believe that she was 90 years old, because, guys, she didn't even look like it. I told her, I said, you are kidding me. She's like, no. She's like, I'm 90. I'm going to be 91 next year. And I told her, I said, honey, I hope you are giving your children a run for their money. She was laughing. She's like, and I told her, I said, you know, I do things. I said, you know, I stay busy with my grandson, and I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to have him. I said, but with children, there's such a small window to be there before they grow and they change. I said, and I want these opportunities, and I only have the one, and I want Hank to have memories of me, and I want them to be good memories, because the memories I have of growing up with my grandmother are just some of the best things in the world that I hold on to dearly now that I'm older. And I want those for him as well. And she's like, I go to my great grandchildren's games, because her family, her children and her great grandchildren played basketball. And she's like, you wouldn't guess this. She's like, but my daughter got a scholarship to on basketball. She's like, and do you see how short I am? And she was very short. She really wasn't. It just made me smile all the more. I'm telling you, just sometimes if you just stop and take a few minutes in a store, you can meet the most amazing people when you put a phone down and engage with those in the world around you. Oh, we talked about TVs, about black and white TVs, and about having to actually go up and change the TV channels. We talked about watching TV even though it was static, and I recounted how growing up in the desert, how I would watch the Mickey Mouse show in the static. It was actually sideways, and it was so grainy, and you could barely see, the dancers or hear anything. I said, but you watched it nonetheless. And I said, kids nowadays, they wouldn't have taken the time. They wouldn't be caught dead watching that. And she's like, oh, I know. She's like, they would think that you had lost your mind. I said, I know. I said, but I said I think we're going to go, we did 3 up and 3 down. So we'll do the same. This is up top. I'm looking at the wee little box. Now I don't have the same size, so we're going to have to go large ones, or we're going to have to do big ones. I don't know. We're going to have to do big ones. Maybe I should do large pink ones to make it look balanced. Okay, can I get this one up? Anyways, it was just a lovely day, and I know my daughter thought I was absolutely crazy. Okay. I really want big ones, so Stinky Winky, we'll just add a glue dot. Give me a second. Where's the glue dots? Watch. Take a glue dot. That's Hank making noises in there. Oh, poor Hank, guys. He asked me the other day. He said, because I broke a glass in the kitchen, a mason jar. I'm going to stick that on there so it doesn't go nowhere. I can always glue it down. He said, Manji, if I get a piece of glass in my foot and I have to have an operation to get the glass out of it. Can they cut and give me arches in my feet? I said, baby, no. I said, I know you are flat-footed and it makes your feet hurt, especially during football when you're running on flat feet. He's like, Manji, my feet hurt all the time. I said, Hank, I know. You have absolutely no arches, honey. I said, all I can tell you is your mother went through what you're going through, and you are going to find a way to manage it. I said, it's just how it goes, and you will get through it. But Manji, it really hurts. He's like, are you, they can't do an operation to fix and make me arches in the feet? I said, Hank, no. And I don't know if they can or if they can't, but I don't want that kid thinking that he can go get cut up on the bottom of his foot with a piece of glass and they could surgically make him arches. No. No, 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 no. No. Okay, I'm thinking we need to do something maybe like this a little. Make the greenery a little bigger. I like that. Okay, so we need to add some dimensionals under here. But yeah, I felt bad for him. I know he'll come home and he takes his shoes off before he even gets off the football field sometimes. He'll have those cleats off, and my daughter bought him these athletic inserts for his feet. But then we couldn't get the, his cleats are made by Under Armour. And their insoles, which is, honest to goodness, they are so paper thin. But they are actually sewn into the toe of the shoe, and we could not get those out. It was so frustrating. So we put the athletic insoles we put into his regular shoes, but we were hoping that they would help him with football into his cleats, but that did not work out, sadly. So I'm not sure what to do about next year about football. So let's make a little wee bow for the top. I'm looking for the ribbon, which I promptly have lost, right? Yes, of course I have. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's like, I know I stashed it somewhere. I'm looking to see how big the bow is. Yeah, that's it. All right. Now this is just wooden dowels from the dollar store, a 2x6, and my husband drilled holes every like 1/4 of an inch. And then he drilled holes on the side so they slid in there. One is shorter because I was creative, right? I needed a little bit to fix a shelf. That I lost the little, that just stinko. I'm going. All right, let's go this way. And let's go. I'm gonna get smaller and smaller little ends here. All right, that should work. See, he just drilled down farther. He stayed away from the center line, of course. So anyways, that's what we need dimensionals for this. That was my adventure for today. It was actually quite nice. I really enjoyed myself. I wasn't up until I had that meeting. I know people, I'm telling you, God puts people in our paths for a reason, and I am so thankful for today's meeting. It just was very it was perfect. The rest of the day was very hectic. Go, 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 go. Traffic. And craziness that is the holidays. So I'm going to do this one straight. Now, yes, there is a dimensional right there for a reason, because this then is going to get stuck on that said dimensional. Right? There we go. So now, yes, honey. So was my daughter. I don't want her in my stamp room anyways. So I have to stand up the bag to see where I want to put it. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I do. So let's put the bag together, because see that? Okay, all the way down towards the bottom, because I want enough so I can fold it over. I just wanted to have a look-see. And this is it, guys. So my gift bag is complete. Now, you could do more to the back, but the person you're going to get it, I'm not going to make a tag for it, because the person you're giving it to, of course, there's going to be a little card. I would like that over a little bit more, but that's okay. The person you're going to give it to is going to get a little note card on the inside. So that's why I don't need to do anything for the back. It's just a cute little gift bag. Here's my little book, right? See how sweet is that, right? And this is going to fold over. And we're going to put a little card in this gift bag as well. And that's going to be video number 8. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that if you enjoy my videos and you are not subscribed, that you would subscribe. For all of you who have subscribed, I sincerely want to thank you. Thank you for making this past year just absolutely fantastic. I so enjoy coming out here and creating my videos for you. The greatest part of this is the communication in the comment section, the emails. Feel free to email me. I have a mailing list. I love mailing out the cards that I make. I do donate cards that I make, and the cards that I do receive, I cut off the fronts. I have places where I do put them up in my room, but when they get full, I take them and I rotate them and I cut them off, and then I donate them. So I just felt like it just keeps them going and giving. And a handmade card, there's a lot of love in a handmade card. I love them. I love to send them. I love receiving them. It's not the same as just saying, hey, happy Thanksgiving, happy Christmas online. That doesn't have that personal touch. I think it is a lost art that I hope that that we can flood the world with this. That's something that you can hold and you can feel, because there is nothing like it. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I sincerely hope that your holidays and whatever it is that you celebrate, that you are celebrating with those you love. If not in person, at least that you are reaching out to them. So thanks for watching, and please come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye bye for now, everybody.